Today on Monkey Life. Root canal work and fillings for Mickey and Busta. Capuchin Debbie shows new arrivals Babe and Amy who's boss. And a sack full of fun for the baby orangutans. This is Monkey World in Dorset. Tucked away deep in the English countryside, it's the largest sanctuary for monkeys and apes on the planet. And this is Dr. Alison Cronin, the primate's best friend. Alison and her team spend their lives rescuing...
I think we are lucky to come when we do.
...and rehabilitating primates from all over the world.
Good boy. Here we go.
They currently look after more than 240 monkeys and apes from 15 different species. Alison and the team constantly monitor the health of all the primates, and that includes the state of their teeth. Just like humans, monkeys and apes can suffer from broken and decayed teeth. In the wild, the food chimpanzees and other primates eat is low in sugar and helps clean their teeth. But if something goes wrong, they just have to put up with the pain. At the park, it's a different story. Alison has called in London dental specialist Peter Cortez. Peter's normal practice concentrates on human patients, but he regularly looks after primates and other wild animals.
There are two things that animals can't do. They can't speak.
You notice the other
They've got no choice. You've got to make all the choices. You've got to work fast. You don't want to spread it over a number of appointments. With you, I could do it over 5 appointments. You've got to get it done.
Today, he's going to be working on Mickey and Busta, two chimps rescued from Spanish beach photographers in the 80s, who are also best pals.
We've got Mickey, who's got a canine tooth issue that we need to examine and either repair or whatever, but that's obviously down to Peter and John. And then that's followed by Buster, who's got, he's had teeth fillings that need redoing. Dentist days either go really smoothly and all the teeth just fall out and everything happens, you know, one after another, or the most simple things take forever.
Working with Peter will be the park's vet Mike Nathan and specialist wildlife vet John Lewis. John will have to monitor Mickey and Busta during their treatment.
There's no such thing as 100% safe anaesthetic for you, for me, for a chimp, for an elephant. It doesn't matter. All anaesthetics are toxic drugs. We're just using them in measured amounts to produce the effect we want, but not too much, because they're all poisonous. Every single anaesthetic, including local anaesthesia, has the potential to kill an animal. So it's measured or careful monitored poisoning, really, to achieve unconsciousness, good pain relief and safety for us.
Before they can begin, Mickey has to be weighed.
45.5.
Next, they need to insert a tube so he can breathe throughout the treatment.
You might want to get that head well back to there. That's the easiest way of doing it. You keep that well down and then it gets easy. If he coughs, don't worry about it.
Peter begins to examine Mickey's mouth. But John isn't happy.
It's pretty shallow. We leaking gas? You are in there properly. a little bit of wheezing before, which I think is the end of the tube trapping at the bifurcation. You're just a centimetre, maybe two too long in the tube.
Once John's satisfied that Mickey's breathing properly, Peter can continue drilling. Later, the dental checkup reveals more than just fillings.
Are Busta and Mickey 5 or more years older than what we originally thought they were?
Looking after the health of the primates in the park involves not just regular medical and dental checks, but a carefully balanced diet. Many of the smaller primates come to the park after starting life as domestic pets, or being rescued from biomedical laboratories. Often, they've been fed an inappropriate diet. Pets in particular are often given sugary sweets they wouldn't eat in the wild and aren't good for their overall health. But at the park, the primates eat a suitable, balanced diet and are often made to work for it in the same way as their wild counterparts. Today, Debbie's group are being given a new challenge.
We're making insect feeders for the capuchins, so we're drilling holes randomly throughout the length of the tube. We'll fill it with grubs and tasty insects and a bit of hay to keep them all in there. That allows the capuchins to stick their little fingers in and pull out the grubs. This is kind of like what they would do in the wild, because they're extractive foragers, so they're really good at finding branches and sort of tapping them, working out where the insects are, and then they'll use their fingers and their teeth to get at the bugs inside, and basically trying to replicate that behaviour here.
Debbie is the dominant female of a bunch of Capuchin girls who were all rescued from a Chilean laboratory.
There's lots of sort of slightly older, more nervous characters in that group. There's a lot of the younger ones that we get, they can play with anything, they can come up to us, like they're not shy at all, but the older ones, they've lived in captivity for longer, they have less trust of humans, and they're just shyer about going up and approaching things. So what we're hoping is that putting stuff like this out, that will encourage them to come and explore and try out new things, hopefully then discover sort of more of their natural behaviours. Just do it in layers, like bang a bit.
While Robin and Jill fill the tubes with tasty treats and grubs, the Capuchins look on with interest.
With these guys here, I mean, they lived in a lab, they were fed all their food straight to them, they never had to work for it. And a lot of them are quite shy and don't really, play with things as much and have lost a bit of their inquisitiveness that they should have.
The tubes are tied to the mesh of the outdoor enclosure, so the Capuchins will have to reach inside or use tools to work out how to get to the grubs. The first two to experiment are Kaiyah and Molly. They're high-ranking, young, inquisitive, confident, and also pretty clever.
The thing about capuchins is that because they're really smart, they can kind of work out the easiest way to get to something. So if there's an easier way, they're not going to go to all the effort of, picking out through the holes. And that's unfortunately what happened here. They reached into the end of the tube and managed to pull out chunks of hay and get the grubs out of that. It's been a really nice experiment, and they obviously really enjoyed themselves, and they got a tasty treat, and it's given us more ideas for what we can do with them in the future.
But while Kaiyah and Molly get stuck into the grubs, and the rest of the group forage for food, there are two Capuchin girls absent. They are the new additions to Debbie's troupe, Babe and Amy, who were recently rescued from Spain, where they were kept as pets and had never met other Capuchins before. It's taken them a few days to get used to being in the playroom with the rest of the girls, but it's about time they both ventured outside. Keeper Jenny has been monitoring their progress.
We've just left them to make their own way out in their own time. But the other day when we did the release, we actually had Babe following one of our other females out, which was really great to see. So she struck up a lovely friendship there. and that's actually encouraged Babe out for the first time. And Babe was a little bit noticeably stressed being outside for the first time, but after a good sort of 10 minutes she calmed down and yeah, she was looking really comfortable.
But any newcomer to the group needs to understand there's only one dominant female in charge.
Debbie's reaction is quite an interesting one. When Babe first came out, there was a lot of screaming from Debbie and her friends towards Babe, but a lot of it was just sort of talk more than anything else, and it settled down quite quickly. I think she's just a little bit wary of them being newcomers and being quite confident ones at that. But yeah, there was no contact made at all, so we were quite happy.
With her sister Babe outside and feeling confident, Amy eventually left the comfort of the playroom to join her.
We're not really too worried about where they are in the social hierarchy, so long as they strike up a nice relationship with a few other females in there, and then they can become a fully functioning member of the group. And they're both very confident, sparky young animals, and I think they're going to do very well here.
It's a sunny day at the park, and the orangutans are relaxing in their outdoor enclosures. Young male Gordon needs to make the most of it. Life in his group is about to change. One of his females, Xiao Kuai, is pregnant. And he's about to become a dad for the very first time. He's a laid-back sort of chap, so primate carer Penny likes to try and keep him and his family occupied and stimulated. Today, she's got an unusual food for them.
Right, well, we've actually got some elephant garlic, which is a bigger version of garlic, and we're just going to give the orangs a chance to see what they actually do, because a lot of the smaller primates will actually sort of like chew it up, salivate with it, and rub it all over themselves. I'm not completely convinced the orangs are going to do that, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. Come on then, Gordon. Oh, almost.
It's not a natural instinct for an orangutan to try and catch things, but Gordon's having a go.
Come on then, Gordon. Ready? Yeah. Rubbish. I think England are safe in the knowledge that Gordon is not going to become part of the cricket team right now.
Maybe mum-to-be Xiao Kuai will do better.
Xiao Kuai, you ready?
At around 15, she's 3 years older than Gordon.
Not particularly, brilliant.
Sociable youngster Kai, which means triumphant in Chinese, is a bundle of energy. But Gordon and his laid-back ladies are happy to tolerate the youngster's enthusiasm.
Oh!
So close. But then in the wild, Gordon's hand-eye coordination and muscular arms would be used for swinging from tree to tree and picking fruit, rather than playing catch with Penny.
I bet if it was a banana, you'd catch it, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Orangutans spend a long time growing up, so their mums can teach them valuable lessons. In the wild, they need to know where to find the best fruiting trees and other food sources. They don't become totally independent until around 7 years old. The park's orangutan nursery is currently home to 4 lively youngsters, looked after by foster mum Ame with the help of the primate care team.
And what we're going to do today is actually put up some Hessian sacks on a bit of hose and replace the old ones. They absolutely loved them, so that's what we're going to try and do today.
Primate carer Penny knows when you're dealing with orangs, whatever age, everything has to be secure.
They sit in them, and the weight of them just means that the whole thing's going to collapse. That will just not help them. It will destroy their confidence. The idea is for them to feel confident enough to actually sit in them and have a good old swinging moment in them. Also, as well, again, a very orangutan thing, if they're little bolts, Arme will work out how to destroy them or maybe even undo them, and then she'll be running right with bolts and nuts and washers. So, again, reason why we use the big stuff.
The sacks will encourage the youngsters to swing and climb like they would in the wild and improve their muscles and dexterity. And with extra breakfast hidden inside, it's fun as well. Xiao Ning, at 6, the oldest of the youngsters, is the first out. She goes straight to investigate. But deftly chooses the easy option menu at ground level. Jolie is 4 and came to Monkey World from Moscow Zoo. She's happy just to hang out. Xiao Ning tries a different approach. 4-year-old Lingo was rejected by her mum at a Paris zoo, which may be why she's never learned table manners. Like Xiao Ning, Dinda is Roro's daughter. Their mum didn't know how to look after them, but Dinda enjoys the company in the nursery, and her laid-back attitude shows even at mealtimes. Lingo was 2 when she came to the park and loves to play. Foster mum Arme keeps a close eye on the youngsters. She wasn't happy with other adult orangutans, so took over the nursery a few years ago. Arme knows you don't have to work too hard to be top banana. While the baby orangs are enjoying themselves, across the park, it's anything but fun for some of the chimps. Alison has called in specialist dentist Peter Cortez to examine their teeth. The primates have to be knocked out for him to give them treatment. Mickey's currently having a filling.
Medical checks and dental checks are sort of critical not only to their health, but it provides us with a lot of knowledge about their background. Almost all of them have been smuggled from the wild, so we weren't aware of exactly when they were born or even what country in Africa they were born into, because the smuggling routes are quite extensive, and animals are moved across vast different distances and around the world. So no, we have very little information about any of the guys when they first come.
Mickey had a root filling done on that canine approximately 10 years ago, as far as I can remember, and it's lasted very well. He's broken the tooth further, so the superficial part of the filling that was sealing the whole tooth had been lost. So we're just cleaning it out. It's not 10 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes.
The team work quickly so they can move on to the next chimp.
He doesn't feel anything, the tooth is dead.
This is the awkward bit.
You got that then, okay?
Yeah.
We got it. That's great, that's great, that's great. I need to go up where you are, otherwise I'll lose that calf.
Right, then you
Can I have a 10mm syringe in this box that we're taking?
With Mickey recovering back at the indoor enclosure, Jeremy collects Buster.
Buster was one of the original groups of chimps into the park, and he's probably a very similar age to Paddy, who was the oldest of that group, and always number 2 to Paddy, and happy to be that. But he'd always got a bit of a misery, a bit of an attitude problem, and not always very happy. And we actually realised there was a tooth issue.
Yeah.
And then
4 teeth at that point, wasn't all 4
which was which is where we came in on this job, and he had 4 teeth that Peter filled, and it transformed his character. He's never been a you know, sort of life and soul of the party, but he was a lot happier after that, a lot less of an Eeyore after that, although he's always been an Eeyore.
Funny old jaw.
While the animals are under the anaesthetic, the team take the opportunity to give them an all-over health check and take blood samples for testing.
You can get a rough idea, perhaps, of their age by looking inside of the mouth and checking the teeth. So are they worn down to the gum line? And if you take that evidence in combination with the rest of their sort of physical attributes, like do they have muscle wastage? Is their skin starting to get a bit wrinkly and saggy? Do they have the appearance of an older individual? And what we're beginning to wonder and notice is that if we underestimated by a few years some of these individuals, and indeed are Busta and Mickey 5 or more years older than what we originally thought they were. And, you know, we'll never truly know the answer to that question, but it looks like probably that might be the case.
Busta's dental checkup and filling go well, and he goes to join Mickey in recovery. But it's all in a day's work for Peter and his assistant, Monica.
I think the most we've done is 6 in one day. 4 primates, a camel, and a poodle.
Next time on Monkey Life, a family reunion for ring-tailed lemur Kaiyah. And a routine operation for chimp Pip takes a turn for the worse.
Heart rate has just dropped.
Today on Monkey Life, a family reunion for ring-tailed lemur Kaiyah. Low ranker Arfur is left out in the cold when his pals get ices. And
Heart rate has just dropped.
heart-stopping moments on the operating table with chimp Pip. This is Monkey World in Dorset. Tucked away deep in the English countryside, it's the largest sanctuary for monkeys and apes on the planet. And this is Dr. Alison Cronin, the primate's best friend. Alison and her team spend their lives rescuing
These guys have a lot more spoiling to be done.
and rehabilitating primates from all over the world.
Oh, yes, I love you too.
They currently look after more than 240 monkeys and apes from 15 different species. The park was originally set up to look after rescued chimpanzees and now has 3 adult groups and the nursery. Yesterday, the primate care team were alerted by noisier than usual activity at alpha male Hananya's outdoor enclosure.
We heard a bit of a commotion coming from the back of the enclosure and everybody ran up towards the house, and we noticed that Pip had a cut above her knee. So we're going to have to give that some medical attention.
It looks like Pip has been the victim of an over-boisterous play session, but with so many adolescent male chimps around, it's hard to avoid the odd injury. It probably wasn't done on purpose, and it certainly wasn't as a result of alpha male Hananya getting overexcited, because his canine teeth have been capped.
Unfortunately, it is a canine wound, so it's gone quite deep and we can see some muscle there, so it's going to need to be stitched.
Pip was born at the park, but her mum, Cherry, one of the high-ranking females in Hananya's group, lacked the skills to care for her. Stolen from the wild, Cherry didn't have the benefit of learning from her own mum. She kept putting Pip down and going off to play. So Jeremy and the team had to take baby Pip away for her own safety. Jeremy hand-reared her along with half-brother and best friend, Ben.
Is that better now? Oh, good. Oh, who's that? It's your mate.
Eventually, they were both old enough to go into the nursery, where they settled in well with foster mum, Sally. When she graduated from the nursery, Pip made friends easily. Johnny and Tootie remembered her as an infant. And she behaved perfectly, acting submissively when she encountered her first alpha male, Hananya. She's feisty, brave and bright, and now at 7 and fully integrated into Hananya's group, understands the complex world of chimp politics. To prevent infection, Pip's injured knee must be stitched. The team have isolated her in one of the bedrooms, so she can be anaesthetised for the operation. Outside, Jeremy and vet Mike Nathan are preparing the anaesthetic.
I'm just getting the dart ready for Pip so she can't see it. Yeah, that'll do. Right, all stand back because these are not my normal glasses. Hello, darling.
Darting any chimp is no easy matter, but Pip, always lively and quick to get agitated, knows something is up. Jeremy needs a clean shot. But with Pip constantly on the move, it's not easy. Half-brother Ben looks anxiously through the window from the outdoor enclosure. He can hear Pip calling. Jeremy hand-reared Pip and has maintained the bond. She stays close to him despite her fears and agitation, and Jeremy takes and lands the shot.
A little bit wasted, but very little. Do good, girl. Are we good now? Are we friends now? Hey? We're going to be okay now? Good girl.
The tranquilizer immediately begins to take effect.
No. Yeah, just go to sleep, okay? We're good. No. Yeah. Are you okay? You're a very forgiving girl, aren't you? It's okay, I'll look after you. I'll protect you from the horrible man with the gun.
But Pip is fighting the drug, and although she's drowsy, she doesn't fall asleep. Her high state of agitation may have raised her adrenaline levels and could be to blame.
She could have probably, well, I say another half a mil, because it's just not touched her.
Now she's sleepy, Jeremy can hand inject her to top up the medication.
That's taken her up to 3 milligrams per kilogram of ketamine, which is probably, yeah, I'm going to give her a vast amount.
You want to put that on the report? She's had that?
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, I think she's gone. I think so. I need to go that way, and then you can go that way.
Later, tension in the operating theatre as Mike gets to work on Pip's wound. Recently, Alison went to Belfast to pick up Kaiyah the ring-tailed lemur. Kaiyah had been bought as a family pet by Leanne and Adrian and their daughter Megan. But after the boisterous baby lemur attacked Megan and began to wreck the house, the family realised lemurs are wild animals and don't make good pets. Alison agreed to rehome her with the sanctuary's other lemurs. Now, the family have arrived at Monkey World to see how she's settling in. Kaiyah is still in an indoor enclosure, getting to know Fennel, the dominant female lemur. But the family are keen to see the outdoor woodland where she will eventually live.
It's nice, isn't it?
Oh, look, Megan.
It's all Kaiyah's new
We're a
friends.
suntanner.
That's where Kaiyah's going to live.
The park already has 8 lemurs, 7 males and 1 female, and they're free to climb trees and roam throughout their 1-acre enclosure. They share it with Blue, the only ruffed lemur.
She's gorgeous. She's lovely. It's really nice.
She'll love it here.
There's plenty of them, isn't there?
How many do you see?
2, maybe 3.
There's more, loads up.
There's a couple up the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I can see 7.
It's going to be Kaiyah's new play friends.
Wild ring-tailed lemurs live only in Madagascar. Their tails are longer than their bodies, but unlike some other primates, aren't used as an extra limb. They can have 2 or 3 babies at a time and eat fruit, flowers, tree bark and sap.
I love the enclosure. I think Kaiyah will love all the space and having company with all the other lemurs.
No, she's never had this sort of space. And she's, you know, this is going to be completely new to her. You know, she's going to love it, so she will.
Arms. Right, Kaiyah's through here now.
Kaiyah, the ring-tailed lemur's former family, are on a visit from Belfast.
Come on in.
And are about to see Kaiyah again for the first time in weeks.
Hi, look who's here. Hello. Who's here?
Hello, Kaiyah.
Hi. So she's doing really well. I mean, the introductions with Fennel went just excellent.
She seems very content. She seems happy with Fennel, and she keeps running up to Fennel, and yep, she's very, very happy.
I think a few things have changed. I think her diet's changed a bit based upon what you said to me.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
What did you have to do to get her to eat right?
We'd have to steam or roast vegetables. She liked them roasted in the oven.
And did you have to hand feed her? Or
She liked it off our plates, and because I don't eat meat, then I would put a lot of food on my plate, and we would share. We'd have to share food, and then I could guarantee that she would eat vegetables, or she wouldn't eat them if they were in a bowl.
Or if we tried to give her things like rolling fruit up in tin foil and doing different wee things to keep her occupied, like we see you doing.
Yeah.
She wasn't interested. She knew she was going to get it from us
Eventually,
anyway, you know. So.
So she was working you even as a youngster.
Yeah,
she was
she was
already
spoiled,
starting
you know.
to. Yeah,
Very
okay.
spoiled.
But now she's starting to do all these wee.
I think that you guys have made a really good decision time-wise. You cared for her and did a very nice job looking after her. She's very fit and healthy, but you called it right. It's now the time when she needs to be with other lemurs, and she would have just gotten more and more aggressive.
Yeah.
She's loving being with another lemur, but Kaiyah hasn't forgotten 8-year-old Megan.
So what did you do at home to call her over?
I just sometimes do the lemur noise when she comes.
Like what? What's your lemur noise?
Wah! 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 Wah!
She's gonna be a popular lady.
All of the rescued primates at the park have to learn how to fit in with others of their own kind. Many of the chimps have led solitary lives as pets or photographers' props. But in the wild, chimp society is very complex, with a definite social structure and hierarchy. This carries over to chimps in captivity, and chimp life at the park is based along the same political lines. Alpha male Hananya grew up at Monkey World and, after a difficult start as leader of his own group, has now matured into the job. Today, the primate care staff are giving them homemade, low-sugar, fruit-filled ice lollies to keep life interesting. But who gets first choice and who has to wait for the treat is decided by the group hierarchy. Being alpha male, Hananya gets first pick. Peggy is one of the top females, so she secures 2 lollies and gets stuck in. Female Johnny outranks Tootie, and despite the fact that she already has a lolly, steals another. The lower-ranking female, Tootie, pursues from a distance in the hope of getting it back. But as she's not prepared to fight for it, she has to settle for leftovers. How high up the order they are can depend on a chimp's character, family history, and friendships. 16-year-old Arfur is way down the pecking order, and he knows it. With him at the bottom is Honey, who wouldn't dream of challenging Peggy for her ice and instead searches for scraps. It's a real change from her old life. She was once owned by the Crown Prince of Dubai and had 2 maids and her own wardrobe. Chimps don't generally share, so while the top chimps enjoy their ices, Arfur waits hopefully for a taste. At last, Honey's patience pays off. And finally, Arfur is happy to find a small sliver of discarded lolly too. While Hananya and his gang are enjoying their ices, Pip, one of the group's young females, is on the operating table.
Size 2. She's got herself so hyped up.
Adrenaline related, I
really,
think.
Yeah, really hyped up and nervous.
Vet Mike Nathan is about to treat a nasty wound on her thigh.
Right.
Mike and Jeremy had a tough job sedating her for the procedure.
Now that we've got her anaesthetised, I think the problem we had with the anaesthetic was twofold. One, she was very, very stressed, and when some animals are very stressed, the adrenaline levels, everything interferes with how the anaesthetic's taken. They're fighting it all the time, so we had to top it up. Anyway, she was injured yesterday. This will be a gash with a canine almost certainly, and what's happened, although the injury is only about just over an inch, the muscle here has been slashed, and we need to freshen the edges of the muscle up, freshen the edges of this, and hopefully effect a closure on it. And so we're now cleaning. You can see another tooth mark there. She's already had antibiotics yesterday afternoon, and she's had anti-inflammatories.
Mike needs to work quickly. He doesn't want to keep Pip under too long, particularly after her earlier agitation and stress.
I'm just flushing this with sterile saline because the wound has been open and I've now cleaned it out.
Vet nurse Emily monitors Pip's pulse rate as Mike works.
Happy?
But as Mike finishes cleaning the wound, Emily and Jeremy become concerned.
Is that you? Yeah.
Emily checks Pip's airways. Mike and Emily have trouble finding Pip's pulse.
I'm giving her the whole of her antecedent. Okay.
Concerned, Mike gives the young chimp a drug to reverse the anaesthetic.
Heart rate's gone back up. What are you doing this?
For a moment, Pip's heart rate appears to pick up. But then...
Her heart rate has just dropped. Give me some of the adrenaline that we've got out there. I'm not happy about this. Oh, bloody hell. It's in the top there. Why has she done this?
Mike tries a shot of adrenaline to get Pip's heart started again.
Pulse is there, it's all right.
Oh, good, because it wasn't a minute ago.
For a moment, it seems to work.
I feel her pulse, but... Just ventilator, okay?
But again, the team cannot find a pulse.
Jeremy, this is...
And in desperation, Mike tries CPR on Pip's chest to restart her heart.
Just ventilator between the beats, is that? Just gone. Jeremy, she's gone.
Anaesthesia is poison, and we had a anaesthetic incident and we lost Pip. The most tragic irony is that it was not a life-threatening operation that we were doing when we lost her, so that was the biggest sort of kick in the pants, if you want to put it that way, in this whole thing.
A post-mortem later revealed Pip died of a heart attack on the operating table. She had a short but happy life at the park and made friends easily with other chimps. But her closest ally was her half-brother Ben. They grew up together, and he will surely miss her.
I think we were all shocked by the tragedy that occurred with Pip and her passing, because she was such a young individual that had such a good life ahead of her, and really was born into circumstances, albeit not ideal, but not tragic. So really losing Pip was a blow that was unexpected, and therefore probably harder to deal with than some that we might have predicted.
Next time on Monkey Life.
There you go, Benny boy.
It's time for Ben to move and become a bachelor boy.
Hey, good boy.
And the ground-dwelling Capuchin girls are on a high.